I'm going to book a Didi to get to a restaurant for my first meal in Shanghai, but I thought I should share a few travel tips to China while we wait for my ride. So the first tip is setting up payment. As most of you would already know, the most widely used payment in China are Alipay and WeChat. Foreigners can link your credit card directly to the app for payment. There are a number of steps to register your ID on the app, so I highly recommend you to set it up before you travel to China. One thing to note is that the payment platforms charge an extra 3% fee on transactions that are more than 200 renminbi. To circumvent this, I use Changi Pay. Changi's QR payment can be topped up using PayNow, and it can be used at all Alipay-enabled merchants with no transaction fees incurred. The reason why I don't use Changi Pay throughout is because the exchange rate is about 1 to 2% worse than rates on Trustcard. Not a significant difference, but where possible, I prefer to save where I can and also clock some points while doing so. The second tip is to download a local map because Google Maps don't work well in China. I use Gaode Maps because I find their UI to be the best amongst the major location maps in China. 你好。
这里的司机好像都很少戴口罩的，那个广州都会戴口罩。
哦，对。I was trying so hard to vlog in the ride, but the driver kept talking to me. Well, anyway, I wanted to say that the third tip is, of course, to use a trustworthy VPN, since a number of foreign apps are banned in China. Thanks to Surfshark, I'm able to continue accessing Instagram, WhatsApp, and YouTube in China. Besides, it's super important that you use a VPN to encrypt your data when accessing public Wi-Fi in places like airports and hotels, because anyone on the same network could intercept your data, even if the network is password protected. I do not recommend free VPNs because your network will be
horrendously slow,
and most have questionable privacy policies. So please use a VPN like Surfshark for solid speed, security, and privacy. On a lighter note, I love that I can stream Netflix content from all around the world using Surfshark. I've been watching The Office with the UK connection and I freaking love that show.
handbag.
Also, you're in luck because from 1st November 2024 to 1st January 2025, Surfshark is running a special holiday campaign where you still get the 4 extra months free but at a super discounted price that doesn't come around often. Get this special deal now at surfshark.com/udays. I'll leave details in description below, so please go and check it out.
Miniso Land 全球1号线
As I walk more and more in this pair of shoes, I feel like my foot is gonna die and my bunions are gonna hurt like hell. So I think I've got to find a shop that sells decent shoes. Need a drink. Oh, this is good. 0 sugar, 0 calorie, and 0 caffeine.
再20。好，可以。
It was 8 RMB. There are so many live streamers here this time. I dabao 4 生煎包 2 crab, 2 meat. The hallmark of good food is when I polish my bowl and plates. Oh my, it's raining. I forgot to bring my umbrella. Oh.